steps, carrying nothing but a string of pixels, and a time zone that doesn't match mine. One is always awake when the rest of the world is dreaming. A lighthouse coded in lowercase, flashing you still up at 3:47 a.m. my time. Another sends reaction images faster than I can feel the emotion. A living meme library with excellent timing and suspiciously good taste in niche anime. There's the one who types essays in chat, then deletes everything and just says, yeah, same, like it's a complete sentence. We've never shared oxygen, yet we've carried each other through breakups, boss fights, medication changes. And that one Wednesday in 2022, when everything felt like static, they know the exact shade of my sadness, from 17 dots in a row, and which playlist means I'm spiraling versus which one means I'm just dramatic. We build old cities and voice channels, tear them down at 5 a.m., then rebuild them slightly worse and twice as funny the next night. No one ever taught us how to love across lag spikes and server crashes, but we learned anyway. And copy past us and skill issue roast in the soft way someone says, logging off now, don't die, and actually means stay alive until tomorrow. You're not here, and you're not there, and somehow you're still the warmest place I know. So tonight I raise an invisible energy drink to the glowing names I've never hugged, the avatars I recognize in any crowd, the friends who live in the space between packets, proof that connection doesn't always need skin to feel like home. Thank you for logging in again and again and again. You know who you are.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Look at Mac the Goat here, loud and proud. So that song was the first time we ever played that. That was by Hair Juicer. He went and made that thing over on his Rumble channel. It's badass. We're going to play that at the Hooligan Picnic. Either way, we're going to go ahead and get into the list here. We're going to read through the schedule, and then we will be checking on the chat. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We're going to be starting out with this first video titled, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt speaks to reporters amid Iran conflict. Now, this is another parking lot presser by Karoline Leavitt. Then we got a video titled, Man with Anger Issues, Trump's DHS pick gets grilled on his political violence stance, which is a harsh title. It's, I don't know, Rand Paul, he's been out of shape about Mullen there. Then we got a video titled, Tulsi Gabbard pressed on whether Iran posed an imminent threat. She's over here trying to, I don't know, wiggle her way out of it, I guess. Then we got a video titled, Trump loosens shipping laws as Iran war raises prices of gas. We're going to have non-domestic ships coming to the ports here to help with fuel prices, but it's going to create competition for domestic ships. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Donnie, and it's titled, Just So You Know. Getting back into the news, we got a video titled, Some Airports May Close Amid Staffing Woes. This has to do with TSA. It seems like TSA is hit harder than anybody every time we have a government shutdown, which is always because of the Democrats, because they like to hold the country hostage. Then we got a video titled, ICE says left-wing activists prevented fugitive arrests. Lefties out here helping rapists and pedophiles, because that's what lefties do. Then we got a video titled $13 million hair Medicaid scam exposed and family fraud ring. These guys hardly got any time, and I think they're going to be millionaires when they get out. I don't know. It might be worth it. I don't know. Then for the last little bit of the news, is Lefties losing it? And today it's titled, Is TDS Causing Cognitive Decline? It could be. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening a brand new door of an advent calendar. It's not an advent calendar. It's Fortunes Against Humanity. It was provided by Bree. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Stoner, and it's titled, He's Deaf, but He's a Good Boy. And our official funny video of the day is provided by Ghostly, and that one's titled, Gotcha. And that one's a little rough. Either way, that's what's coming up. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Zero? What's up, Russell? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Salty Ragu? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Southern Eagleman? And what's up, Wrench? Happy freedom, you hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Elder Zoomer, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing to the chat, Elder Zoomer. What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Faded? Happy freedom to you. Wrench, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom. Faded, that was a badass video you posted in the mod chat, by the way. I wanted to say. Looking like a real patriot out there. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Zero, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you, if I can get you already. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Scrolling. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom to you. I think we got everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. See if you can get us back on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Nachos? Happy freedom. What's up, Sandra's Library? What's up, Guess Who? Happy freedom, you hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? And the chat's frozen. Hold on, we're going to have to refresh. The communism kind of gets the chat sticky over here. I'm not sure why that is. Snooksy, you do something to the chat, it's all sticky over here. Either way, from the names I'm able to see. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom. Russell, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Mana? Happy freedom. Mrs. Satan, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Tactical? What's up, Buckeye? What's up, Lee? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Go ahead and hit that like button over on the GoofTube, like a big FU to the censorship. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's go ahead and get started here. Like I said, we got a parking lot presser with Caroline Levitt. Be a good way to start the day, I figured. Go ahead, do your thing. Now, I don't know if she took the cover off her couch to make this jacket. I'm not sure. But I think her outfit is ugly. And I know everybody's going to get all mad because you think Caroline Levitt's so fucking adorable. But she's wearing the couch cover, and I don't approve. I just don't. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
Preemptively, why is it fair for the president to expect NATO allies to help now after the fact?
NATO allies benefit far more from the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz than the United States does. As you know, thanks to this president's energy agenda, we are a net exporter of oil. We have enough resources here at home for our people, and that's a good thing, thanks to President Trump. The Strait opening is obviously good for America because it will stabilize the global oil industry. It will bring prices down again, but it greatly benefits Europe and our allies in NATO, and the president wants to see them do more. Look, I think you guys know this. One of the president's guiding principles is fairness, and he's long called out NATO for being what he believes sometimes an unfair alliance for the American taxpayer and our American military. You look at the billions of dollars we spend housing U.S. troops on the soil of our NATO ally countries. That's a benefit to them because it serves as a deterrent from our adversaries around the world. If you look at our unfair trade deals with many of our NATO allies, the president and his trade team have obviously worked to rectify those new trade deals with the UK, with the EU. The president wants all of our alliances to be fair for the American people, for the American taxpayer, and I think he's right to call on them to step up and do more in this time.
I have a follow-up. I'll ask one other question and leave that to others, which is very simply, can the president declare this war effort a success if the U.S. does not retrieve Iran's nuclear fuel?
Look, that's something the president has refused to comment on. It's an option on the table for him, but I'm not going to comment on it or take it off the table. we've defined the objectives of Operation Epic Fury very clearly, which is, of course, to wipe out Iran's ballistic missile arsenal, which we have been very successful in doing. We've achieved dominance over the skies of Iran, to annihilate their navy, which we have done. According to CENTCOM this morning, I received the updated numbers. More than 120 naval vessels are at the bottom of the sea because of our United States Armed Forces. That's a great thing for the American people. That's a great thing for our allies in the region, and of course to ensure that yes, Iran cannot permanently cannot possess a nuclear weapon is something this president has long said for decades. But I'm not going to forecast or remove any future options off the table.
Would they still have the ability to produce a nuclear weapon or no?
Look, again, we're in a place right now where we're ensuring that Iran can no longer threaten the United States of America, and the United States military is doing a tremendous job at achieving these objectives.
Caroline, is Tulsi Gabbard's job in jeopardy right now, given the Joe Kent stuff?
Not to my knowledge. I haven't heard the president say that, nor have I heard him say that. So obviously that's a question for him, but I haven't heard him to say that at all.
And can you give us an update on what you're hearing from the Chinese about when this trip might be rescheduled?
We're working with them. They have agreed to postpone the trip. I think they understand the president's rationale for doing so. But again, we're working on those dates. The president has some things here at home in May that he has to attend to, and I'm sure President Xi is a very busy man as well. So we'll get the dates on the books as soon as we can, and we'll keep all of you posted.
Caroline, given that the allies seem to have rebuffed the president's request for help, and now he says he no longer needs their help, what is the plan to reopen the Strait of Hormuz quickly?
The president is going to continue to talk to our allies, both in Europe and also in the Gulf and Arab region. The United States military has a lot of capabilities, as you have seen play out over the last 18 days. They still do have tricks up their sleeve. I won't broadcast them for the media, but rest assured there is a plan. They're working on it. We have seen some progress with respect to that, but of course the president, again, continues to call on our allies to step up and do more. Nancy.
Caroline, a couple of questions on Joe Kent. The White House was warned last year when the president nominated Kent that he had a history of embracing conspiracy theories, that he had some ties to white nationalists. Given that, why did the president nominate him to the position in the first place?
The president spoke on this a little bit yesterday in the Oval Office. He said he always thought Joe Kent was a good guy, obviously has a commendable military record and experience. However, he was not someone who was involved in the presidential daily brief, part of the president's intelligence briefings over the last several months. Have not seen him here at the White House for quite some time, and the president feels it's deeply disappointing that after the president gave him an opportunity in this administration to serve the American people, that he would resign with a letter filled with falsehoods, accusing the president of the United States by being controlled by a foreign country. That's both insulting and laughable all at the same time. The president is the leader of the most powerful country and military in the world. Nobody tells him what to do. He makes decisions based on what's in the best interest of this country.
Sorry, the president said yesterday that he always thought Kent was weak on security. Why would he name someone to run the counterterrorism center who he thought was weak on security?
Again, I just told you, the president gave Joe Kent a chance. He thought he was a good guy with good military experience, and unfortunately, he proved he was not up for the job. And we don't want somebody leading the counterterrorism task force who cannot agree that the #1 state sponsor of terror in this world did not pose a threat to the United States. That's what another falsehood he said in his letter of resignation, which is just unequivocally false. It's backed by intelligence. It's backed by the fact that Iran was building ballistic missiles at a rapid rate to build a shield of immunity so they could build a nuclear bomb. And it's backed by the fact that the president of the United States made the decision to attack Iran before they could attack American troops and our assets and bases in the region. And that was, of course, a good decision, not just for the United States, but for the rest of the world. It should be commended. It should not be degraded in the form of a resignation letter that's riddled with lies. Thank you.
Thanks, Caroline.
All right, Caroline Levitt with the parking lot presser there, doing the thing. I still don't really understand why we do parking lot pressers and not just hold an official press briefing. I don't understand, because we didn't do that until we had Caroline Levitt, so it's kind of weird. Either way, next up, man with anger issues, Trump's DHS pick gets grilled on his political violence stance, which, like I said before, is a harsh title. It's not actually how things are, but Rand Paul's little feelings are hurt, and he doesn't like Mullen. He's making a big deal about it and being dramatic. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Caroline Leavitt doing this parking lot presser. Once again, they were talking about NATO not helping us, talking about us smoking Iran's Navy, the delay with President Trump meeting the leader of China. Then they also mentioned the official that resigned, claiming that Trump attacked Iran because Israel told him to. Like I said, hopping in the chat. Next up, we got Mullin versus Rand Paul. Salt Ragu, now she's going to take it off. Yeah, she's just trying to blind us. Maybe she's tired of people fawning over her. She's like, maybe people won't talk about my big boobs if I just cover myself in the ugly couch cover. You never know. What's up, Jay Spray? Happy freedom to you. Zero, I think she had a funeral to go to today. She looks tired. Yeah, she did look tired. Salt Ragu, happy freedom to you. I do not have anger issues. It's everyone else. See, that's what I've been saying for years. Kevin made a batch of peanut butter cookies. That sounds fantastic. I love peanut butter cookies. What's up, James? Happy freedom. What's up, Metal? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Colty? Happy freedom. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you, if I can get you all ready. Happy freedom to you, Watchman. Working and lurking. Well, don't work too hard. What's up, Glass? Happy freedom to you. Trump sizing up the nations that are willing to work with the U.S. Yeah, they like to mooch off of us. That's what it seems like. What's up, Plaza Quack? Happy freedom. MU, how's the spider bite? I'm debating on going to the damn doctor. I don't want to, but my legs are swelling up so bad that like I have trouble standing now. So I don't know. The spots seem a little bit better since I've been cutting them open and dumping peroxide on them, but it might be at a point where I got to go to the doctor. I don't know though, because the doctor doesn't even do anything. So I feel like I'm more, effective than the doctor is. Because last time I racked up, I can't even remember, $3,600 in hospital bills, and I still had the spider bite for like 6 months. And now I got a giant black mark around the back of my calf. It looks like the devil grabbed me by the leg. I don't know. I don't know. The spider bite sucks. I know that. But either way, happy freedom to you, MU. Oh, I'm doing all right, Rappy. How are you doing? What is going on Kick? I wish I could clear the chat. Sandra's Library, a raincoat maybe? I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking wearing the couch cover there. What's up, Cody and Tiffany? Happy freedom to you. Get antibiotics just in case. I'm considering it. I went a lot last time. I had a big brown recluse bite over the summer last year, and I went to the doctor like 3 or 4 times, and they gave me all kinds of antibiotics and stuff, but it didn't do anything. None of it was doing anything, and they never ever know what's wrong with me. I hate it. It's such a waste of time. What's up, Steven? Happy freedom to you. Cody and Tiffany, something for the pain at least, 800 milligram of, I don't know what that is. The pain's not bad. It's the swelling of my feet and ankles that's concerning to me. I've never experienced that before, and my shit was looking like elephant feet. Not last night, but the night before last. Like it was like my calf, my ankle, and my foot was all the same width, all the way down. And it's not good, but I mean, I don't know. What's up, Mike Ingles? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Stone Cold? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom. What's up, Bullseye? What's up, Larry? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Motorsport? Happy freedom to you. Put some whiskey on it. You know, that's about the only thing I haven't tried yet. That's probably what it needs. The spider bite needs a drink. What's up, Fresca Bean? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Darkhorn? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, no, I don't have diabetes. Klaus is going to have catabetes with as much fancy feast he be eating. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, man with anger issues, Trump's DHS pick gets grilled on his political violence stance. Now, again, this is Mullen and Rand Paul going back and forth. Now, Rand Paul hasn't changed his tampon before having this hearing here, and it shows. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Explain to the American public why they should trust a man with anger issues to set the proper example for ICE and Border Patrol agents. You supported the felonious, violent attack on me from behind.
I did not say I supported it. I said I understood it. There's a difference.
So
that
that means you really didn't approve of it, just completely understand it. If this were a one-off, it would be one thing. If you just disliked me so much that you approved of violence against me, people could just write it off. Well, maybe they hate each other. But really, there's a pattern of this. Let's go ahead and roll the tape.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every poll?
No, sit down. Sit down.
If he got up too, would you have gone at it right there in the hearing room?
I would have probably jumped over the dais.
You did many interviews in which you justified the violence as historically justified by precedents, such as caning and dueling. Is it today your opinion that the caning of Charles Sumner was not only justified but argues still for resolving our political differences with violence?
What I was simply pointing out is some of the rules that still apply to this body. For instance, dueling with two consenting adults is still there. I was pointing out what is still
illegal for 170 years. There's no precedent for legal dueling.
Okay, so going back and forth, crying and all that doesn't matter because nothing important ever happens at those hearings. They just do a lot of talking in front of the whole world, and then they do nothing as if none of us were listening. That's how it goes. Next up, Tulsi Gabbard getting pressed on whether Iran posed an imminent threat because they were claiming, or President Trump was saying, that they were trying to rebuild their nuclear program, and that's the whole reason why we hit them. But apparently the CIA or the IC said that they didn't have nukes and they were not rebuilding their nuclear program, so they're making it seem like President Trump's a liar. So I don't know, but either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're gonna hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Mullin versus Rand Paul. Once again, they were barking at each other during Mullen's confirmation hearing, Rand Paul crying hard and suggesting that Mullen has anger issues and isn't fit to lead DHS. And then he made a weird statement about being attacked from behind. Jeep owners know what that's all about. Anyways, getting back in the chat here, and like I said, next up, we got Tulsi Gabbard getting pressed in another hearing. Russell, it's time for Rand Paul to get primaried out. How long has he been around? Because I don't hear anything about him. Last time I heard anything about Rand Paul, it was like COVID time. Zero always makes it about him, a whiner. Yeah, he was up there whining his face off. Salty Ragu, we should end this clown show and just put me in charge already. That's it. We're voting for Salty Ragu. So Corey Luca, happy freedom. Darkhorn, I say bring back dueling. I agree. I agree. Bring back dueling. Fist fighting should be allowed. I don't know. We need survival of the fittest. What we've been doing isn't working. Corey Luca, can we get a list of our employees if they are vac to normal? I bet none of them did. I don't know what you're talking about, Corey Luca. Nah, Fresca Bean, I'm not really that worried about it because the doctors don't do anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, that's the thing, is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's wrong with me if the doctors don't do anything about it. So Wiles, happy freedom. Kevin, if your ankles and feet are swollen, it's usually a sign of diabetes. Yeah, but it didn't happen until after I had 3 brown recluse bites at the same time. I got 1 on my right leg and I got 2 on the left leg. It'll work itself out one way or another. Watchman, are you taking allergy medicine? No. I take vitamins and drink a lot of coffee. And that's about it. That's about it. Rappy, glad to hear you're doing well. Totally care. Political cage matches sound good to me. Yeah, that'd be entertaining. We'd definitely cover that. Glass, take a picture of the bite, send it to AI, ask it how to treat it. I have, and it says to go to the doctor, and then I go to the doctor, and then the doctor does nothing except for charge me a crazy bill. And that's it. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom to you. Nacho, Street Fight 80 style. I think, I don't know. I think they should bring it back. I think people should be allowed to throw hands. Because when you don't throw hands, the problem doesn't get solved. And if the problem's not solved, then this aggression will continue. This kid glove situation that we've, built society out of just is not working. That's how we got the shapeshifters. That's how, right? If punches in the face were great again, we wouldn't have shapeshifters. We wouldn't have Antifa. We wouldn't have teen takeovers where they're using social media to create car meets or overwhelm beaches or raid, stores and gas stations to steal. It wouldn't be happening. It just wouldn't be happening. If you were able to whoop somebody's ass and not have like severe consequences to it by the law, then the world would be a better place. But I don't know. When there's no consequences, then everybody starts acting like animals. Agent O Spider Mac, I know I better get powers this time. What's up, Shooter? Happy freedom to you. Take some garlic. It's the best natural antibiotic. Yeah. I'd take some colloidal silver if I had it. Saltaragu Lancet. Well, what I've been doing is taking a tack, soaking it in alcohol, and then jabbing it right into the wound as many times as I can until it bleeds. And then I sit there and dump peroxide on it until it fizzes out highlighted yellow shit. It's good stuff. Ghostly mutual combat. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We should be able to do mutual combat. I don't know. I think it would make the world a better place. Zero, half of Congress couldn't lift a gun. I know. They just sit there and pee their pants and steal all of our money. That's all they do. Elder Zoomer, the anti-bullying campaigns went too far. I can't believe how loud Mac the Goat is now. He was really dying. I didn't realize it. Bright Gaming, thank you so much for the raid. Let me grab your link really quick. You guys need to go follow Bright Gaming. Let me see. Follow. Bam. Go give Bright Gaming a follow. Did I pin it? There we go. Thank you so much, Bright Gaming. Thank you so much for the raid. Good stuff. Really appreciate you, Bright Gaming. Welcome, Raiders. Hit that like button on your way in. We are in between videos right now. Like I said, reading through. Ghostly, white boys in the country have truck meets every day and nothing goes wrong. Yeah. Well, they're not in the middle of an intersection doing donuts in a crowd of people. It's crazy because I've seen so many videos from the car meets, not even just the stuff that we've seen in the news, but over the last, 6 years or so. And you watch people get smoked. They'll be doing donuts and somebody who's standing too close to the vehicles recording just gets hit with the car. And then everybody's like laughing and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I'm too old to be doing that shit. Salt Ragu, we should do a takeover and meet at Taco Bell. I agree. That is definitely something we should be doing. Colty, you're a badass. Kevin, Mortal Kombat. That'll do too. MU, yeah, I've been putting stuff down and cleaning the house, and I'm gonna spray indoor outdoor spray, but I gotta I got to figure out something to do with Klaus, because I can't spray that stuff and have Klaus here. Watch me. You could also be having an allergic reaction to the venom since you've had a bite already. Yeah. Well, technically, so the 3 bites that I have now put me at 7. I've been bit 7 times by a brown recluse, and it's all been since I've lived here in this fucking apartment that I can't escape. Butterfly, you have an urgent care clinic? Yep. I've been to the ER, I've been to urgent care, I've been to a walk-in clinic, and I've seen my personal doctor, and they all don't know anything about anything. They all prescribe me different things that don't work, and it's expensive. It's very expensive. Cutting holes in my leg and dump peroxide in? Not that expensive. What's up, Gassam? Happy freedom to you. My goodness, I cannot read that out loud, Gassam. Saldragu Spider Mac. I know, we're going to have to come out with t-shirts. At this point, it's t-shirt time. 0. Yeah, I need to get some of that. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Michigan Patriot? Happy freedom to you. Glass witch doctor next. Yeah. Yeah, go find a witch doctor. I don't know. Don't worry about it. If I go to the doctor, I'll take funny pictures for you guys. Guess who? Jeff going to a PetSmart for help? I might as well. I don't need all these over-glorified Googlers charging me $6,000 to sit in their office for 2 hours. Nugging Futs, vodka is better antiseptic. After soaking the wound site with vodka soaked towel, then proceed cupping to suck the toxins out. I'll figure it out. We'll get it worked out. It's just annoying. I have so many problems. I didn't need extra spider bites. Not what it seems. Happy freedom to you. I don't know what those things are. Oh, I think I know what the one is. I don't know what the second one is, though. Motorsport. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about getting. Cody and Tiffany, we'll figure it out. Ghostly. Dude, I'm not even going to be able to read that out loud. I've done that, Ghostly, and what they did is they somehow found a file of hospital bills that I had owed the hospital, and they took my recent visit and added it into the file, even though I didn't tell them who I was. I don't know if they have a picture. It must be my, no, yeah, it's got to be a picture of my ID from previous visits, but somehow, not for this spider bite, but there was a time I went to the doctor for something, and it was for workman's comp. And they kept trying to ask me for my information. And I was like, I'm not giving you my information because you're going to try and charge me for this bullshit. And you ain't going to charge me for it. You're going to charge the business because I was at work when I got hurt. And they found my record and added the medical shit into my record and tried to charge me for it. And I raised hell over it. And eventually they let it go. But I don't know. I can't stand doctors. Yeah, Ghostly. That's what I gotta do. I gotta get in there and put peroxide in it. Snugs, you've lived through all the other spider bites. You're still handsome. Yeah, well, you can't see my leg. My leg is blacked out. Let me see. I showed you guys the other day what it looked like from the last spider bite I had. Let me see if I can find it really quick here. I know it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, this. That's what the back of my leg looks like right now from the spider bite over the summer. And so now I got 3 new spots that eventually will look like that. And it's been almost a year and my shit still looks like that. I'm telling you, it looks like I was grabbed by the devil. I don't know. If problems were money, I'd be wealthy. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, next up we got Tulsi Gabbard getting pressed on whether Iran posed an imminent threat. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to remind you hooligans really quick, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. Tulsi Gabbard trying to explain things, even though the intelligence community said that Iran was not a threat or whatever. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
So the assessment of the intelligence community is that Iran's nuclear enrichment program was obliterated by last summer's airstrikes.
Yes.
In the opening statement you submitted to the committee last night also stated, quote, there has been no effort since then to try to rebuild their enrichment capability, end quote, correct?
That's right.
And that's the assessment of the intelligence community.
Yes.
The White House stated on March 1st of this year that this war was launched and was, quote, a military campaign to eliminate the imminent nuclear threat posed by the Iranian regime, end quote. That's a statement from the White House. Quote, the imminent nuclear threat posed by the Iranian regime. Was it the assessment of the intelligence community that there was an imminent nuclear threat posed by the Iranian regime?
The intelligence community assessed that Iran maintained the intention to rebuild and to continue to grow their nuclear enrichment capability.
Was it the assessment of the intelligence community that there was a, quote, imminent nuclear threat posed by the Iranian regime, yes or no?
Senator, the only person who can determine what is and is not an imminent threat is the president.
False. This is the worldwide threats hearing where you present to Congress national intelligence, timely, objective, and independent of political considerations. You've stated today that the intelligence community's assessment is that Iran's nuclear enrichment program was obliterated and that, quote, there had been no efforts since then to try to rebuild their enrichment capability. Was it the intelligence community's assessment that nevertheless, despite this obliteration, there was a, quote, imminent nuclear threat posed by the Iranian regime? Yes or no?
It is not the intelligence community's responsibility to determine what is and is not an imminent threat.
Okay.
That is up to the president based on a volume of information
it is precisely
that he receives.
It is precisely your responsibility to determine what constitutes a threat to the United States. This is the worldwide threats hearing where, as you noted in your opening testimony, quote, you represent the IC's assessment of threats. You are here to represent the IC's assessment of threats. That's a quote from your own opening statement. And so my question is, as you're here to present the IC's assessment of threats, was it the assessment of the intelligence community that, as the White House claimed on March 1st, there was a, quote, imminent nuclear threat posed by the Iranian regime? Yes or no?
Once again, Senator, the intelligence community has provided the inputs that make up this annual threat assessment.
You won't answer the question.
It is the nature of the imminent threat that the president has to make that determination based on a collection and volume
You're here
of
to be
information
timely.
and intelligence that he is provided with.
You're here.
All right, another hearing where nothing will happen, but that's okay. They're over there arguing nonsense. They should ask President Trump. That's what they should do. They're asking her about what President Trump said. So she doesn't have to say anything. It's in her best interest to not make excuses for one thing or the other, because they're saying that the IC is claiming that they weren't a threat, so there must be other reasons why we went over there and hit Iran. And it's not up to her for what the president says. And the president said that we hit Iran because they were a threat. And so if she was to make excuses or whatever, come up with reasons and whatnot, then it just makes her look bad. There's no win. There's no win for her. So the best she could do is just sit there and kind of avoid answering the question, or to say, ask him. Ask him why we did it, because he's the one that made the decision. But either way, Tulsi Gabbard being questioned on Iran, if they were a threat to us when we attacked them. They're trying to imply that Iran was not a threat at the time because we obliterated their nuclear program over the summer. So how could they have been a threat? But President Trump was saying that they can't build a nuclear weapon. So it doesn't matter if they were currently in possession of a nuclear weapon, if they had two thoughts to rub together that made, sense of putting together a nuclear weapon, then we had to eliminate that, because they cannot even pursue a nuclear weapon. But that's not really what they were talking about at the hearing. They were trying to make Tulsi Gabbard look bad, because that's what they do at those hearings. Either way, next up we got Trump loosens shipping laws as Iran war raises prices of gas. So right now there's some law that's called the Jones Act that makes it so only domestic ships can dock at our ports. And they're talking about waiving that right now. So non-domestic ships can dock at the ports, and maybe we get some more fuel and lower gas prices. They were also saying last week that they were talking about using the oil reserves to lower gas prices, but we'll see. I don't know what gas is today, but yesterday was $3.99. It went from $3.50, well, it was like $2.60 or something like that, to $3.50, or maybe it was like $3.69, but it came down to like $3.50, and then it went up to $3.99. And like I said, I don't know what it is today, but we'll see. Either way, that's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about Tulsi Gabbard getting grilled at that hearing there. Salt Ragu, I run. Yeah, it's not past tense. Russell, Iran was a threat and still is. Yeah, we're going to end up knocking down their whole regime. And then we'll just put Rubio over there and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. What's up, 8-Bit? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Pure Blood? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sedan? Happy freedom. Cass, I'm sorry you can't catch a break. Well, like I've been saying, I think I'm about to hit the lottery or something, because there's no way I can have like 27 bad things, including one thing that threatens my life. No, 2 things now that threaten my life, and not have anything good happen. Like, there's just no way. There's no way. It's always darkest before it's dawn, and everything in life happens for a reason. And so I have yet to see what the reason revealed is. So I think I'm about to either get a house, I'm about to have a brand new house, or I'm going to hit the lottery, or I'm really about to get superpowers. Is one of the 3 is about to happen. It's got to be, or maybe I'll actually kick the bucket. I don't know. Maybe this is my downfall and I just have high hopes while it's happening. I'm not really sure, but that's what I'm thinking. Kevin, challenge the spiders to a duel. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Pure Blood, Jeff's a corpse below the waist. It's below the knee, okay? Everything around the waist works fine. It's below the knee where the spiders are getting me. They're getting me while I'm out in my dress. I really thought that it was my car. I thought it was because I was, sitting in my car driving, that they were like under the seat and getting me, but there ain't no living spiders outside right now. So I don't know. I don't know how it happens. All I know is I wish it would stop. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Puffa stuff, the trifecta. Yeah. Let's do all 3. Superpowers, lottery, brand new house. We'd make a whole live streaming room. Like the whole room would be decked out for live stream instead of just the corner of my living room. 8-Bit, I shaved my head. I still have more hair than Jeff. Smoking me. Pure Blood, put your symptoms in ChatGPT. I have. I've done it with Grok. I've done it with ChatGPT. I haven't done it with Claude yet. Claude is by far the smartest AI out of all them other shits. Like, I'm getting away from all that other stuff. Claude, I can't tell you guys about it yet because it ain't ready. But last night I built a couple new web pages, a brand new app store. I developed my first app. I've been using it all day. It's really useful. And I have a couple other apps I'm going to develop. And eventually I might even just get a whole new domain name for the app store itself and continue to make apps. And I'm avoiding the app store because of the way that I'm building the apps. You're able to use your browser for notifications and installation. So I don't have to worry about licensing, and it'll still work on iPhone. without going through the App Store. And I did it all in one day because Claude is fucking awesome and I am a really determined person. And so, like I said, I can't tell you guys a whole lot about it yet, but eventually we'll be promoting all that stuff. I might ask Claude about the spider bite, but they all say the same thing. It all says the same thing, that it looks like a brown recluse bite. So it is what it is. Butterfly, I'm gonna be fine. Pure Blood, Claude is vibe coding. Yeah, Claude is badass at coding. I don't know if it does anything else. You guys, why is he doing this to me? Look at this. This is too much. Just you get that off the screen there. Goodness. Ghostly, it's some illegal spiders. It is. I don't know if Iran sent them over here. I don't know if they came from Mexico. It could be from Hillary. Hillary probably sent these damn killer spiders after me. Salt Ragu, the Jeff Hub, that's coming too. That's coming too. That's funny because I was thinking about making a dating app because all the dating apps are trash. They charge you like $40 a month or whatever. Fuck that noise. We go ahead and undercut those people. I got big plans. I got big plans. I'm telling you, I'm moving out of the damn subsidized apartment. I'm making my way downtown. You know what I mean? Ghostly. I wish I could read that out loud. Oh my god, that's fucking gold. I'm gonna have to screenshot that. Cracking me up today. What's up, Kicks? Happy freedom to you. What are you saying, Kicks? Spiders better leave my wiener alone. Pure Blood AI tells you that you're slowly dying and make peace with your immortality or with your mortality. Yeah, I wish I was immortal. Pretty much, more or less. Kevin, maybe it's alien implants. Does your bum hurt though? No. No bum pain. What's up, True Crazy? Happy freedom to you. You guys want to see it? I'll show you. This is what it looked like yesterday. Oh, wrong button. Since everybody's so concerned, this is what it looked like when I woke up yesterday. See all the yellow stuff? That's from me puncturing holes through the flesh. You gotta get the nasty stuff out somehow. Now I know this is gonna calm everybody's nerves. So there you go. There you go. And that's not even the worst one out of the three, but that's okay. That's okay. What's up, Enter User? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much, 8-Bit, for the doll hair over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, 8-Bit. Thank you so much for the support. Says, love you, bro. No gayness. Love you too, 8-Bit. Thank you so much. Glass, you need to elevate your legs. Does your chair recline? I have a stool that I had under the desk for the last time that I got the spider bite. I need to move it back over here. 8-Bit, Black Widow bite. Yeah, the doctors were wondering that too. Cass, yeah. Butterfly, rich women getting spider venom to prevent wrinkles. I don't know why girls worry about wrinkles. You hear how much us men talk about our balls? There's more wrinkles there than anywhere else. So I don't know why women worry about wrinkles. It's self-vanity. Oh, get some? There you go. There you go. Available on internet near you. Watch me get a fucking strike or something stupid for showing that. Life's silly. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. You ain't gotta call me nasty, Sam. Okay, it's bad enough my legs all fucked up on both legs while I'm already going through life tragedy. You can call me nasty. Come on, man. Yeah, Snooks, I was wondering the same thing. Fresca Bean, don't forget to mark the outer ring with a pen to see if it grows. I keep forgetting to do that. I was supposed to do that the last time I went through this. This is why I'm going through it again. I didn't learn all my lessons. Butterfly, the treatment I did with the spider bite might work. I believe you. Cass, does Michigan have brown recluse and black widows? Yes. Kevin, yeah, we get wolf spiders here too. I haven't seen any wolf spiders since I lived in this apartment though. When I used to live out in the woods, I used to see them all the time and I hate them. 8-bit, does Ohio? I don't want any. I think Ohio does, but I'm not really sure. They're supposed to be rare. Brown recluses are supposed to be rare, but what happens is this apartment complex is really old, and it's so old that when we have storms and stuff, it blows the siding right off the wall, and then they just go and staple it back up. Like, nobody's taking care of this place. They're supposed to be spraying for pests and shit. They don't. And then anytime the season changes, you know, you end up with bugs in the house. On top of that, the front door has got a gap like this big all the way around the door. So like right now, everybody in the hallway is getting today's news. I mean, if Klaus farts and you're downstairs at the front door, you can hear it. That's how it is. So even if, you know, I get this all taken care of, they're still going to be coming from underneath the door. And it's, I don't know, life is hard and annoying at the same time. A big, I bit by one, said they had to dig his skin out. Oh yeah. Well, it depends on how you react to it, but yeah, generally if you get bit by a brown recluse, you need to go to the emergency room immediately because you can die within like 3 or 4 days of it happening. But I don't have usual symptoms. Like what happens is you get bit, it turns black, and then all your flesh just kind of turns to mush down to the bone. And if that wound becomes exposed, you'll die from staph infection and all kinds of other shit. My body doesn't react like that. My muscle tissue becomes hard and just kind of holds. Shit doesn't break down. My body just tries to fight it the whole time. But if I don't pull the nasty shit out, it's a stalemate where it's just going back and forth and back and forth. So if I can actually get the shit out, it'll be fine. Sam, just make sure they don't get in your drawers. Be fucked up. Yeah, Sam, no, they ain't getting me there. Bites my wiener, my wiener's gonna bite back. I don't know what they're thinking. Sam, you guys got brown reclusive too? Yeah, I figured. You guys got nicer weather than here. What's up, Electric Hammer? Happy freedom to you. Pure blood? I mean, I don't think that's what it is, but you never know. Metal, that's because you're unusual. I am. I don't know why, but I am. You guys are cracking me up today. So Smelly, happy freedom. False, it's the president who gets to decide. These Democrats are scumbags. Yep. Absolutely. And like I was saying, they're asking Tulsi Gabbard about what the president said. And it doesn't matter what she says because the statement they're worried about is what the president said. It's like me being pissed at you about what Bill Clinton said when they were, you know, going over the evidence from the Epstein shit. It doesn't make any sense for me to be grilling you guys about it. You know what I mean? If he's the one that said it. So these hearings are so goofy. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom to you. A little unique. Just a bit there. What's up, Canuck? Happy freedom. It's about mystery meat. That's what I told her. Guess who? Jeff's a social media spider gynecologist. I put it right on my resume. Haven't had any calls yet, though. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. Put weather stripping around the door. I was trying to put like an insulation sticky foam around the door because I have one air conditioner, but it doesn't cool off the whole apartment, so I need to get a second one. And while I was waiting for that, I was trying to seal around the door because I'm cooling off the entire building here because there's no airlock on the front door here. I put that shit around the door and they told me I had to remove it. They said it was like a fire hazard or some stupid shit. I don't know. I can do anything except for be happy here. What's up, Deep South Jody? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Steven? Happy freedom to you. Cody and Tiffany need to find a specialist? Yeah. Sam, put some ghost pepper sauce on it. I mean, that should fix it because nothing can survive that. Salt Regu $5 says Jeff's an alien spider. I hope not. Electric Hammer, put it on screen. What are you talking about? What's up, Remo? Happy freedom to you. Get a praying mantis, the brown recluse's enemy, then host bug wars. Holy shit. That's $1 million idea right there. We're going to have to get some praying mantises. We'll get them even if they don't pray. Picture Dad, I got a pic on my phone of a wolf spider so big its eyes shine from the flash, about 4 inches in diameter. Yeah, Patriot Dad, I got a couple pictures of wolf spiders like that too. I got one where it's laying on a $20 bill and you can't see the face on the $20 bill because the body of the wolf spider is so big. And we dug that fucker out of the ground. We come to their house. Electric Hammer, nah, I ain't got a wiener bite, and I couldn't put it on the screen unless it was Saturday. Everybody's like, so there's hope. Alright, hooligans. Moving forward here. Like I said, next up, President Trump loosens shipping laws as Iran war raises prices of gas. Let's get this pulled up. I wonder where the Klaus Daniels is. He better be killing spiders. That's the only way to get out of work is if he's out here killing spiders. Otherwise, I'm eating his fancy feast today. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Oil and gas prices on the rise. President Trump today is waiving the Jones Act in hope of alleviating some of the pressure. The act requires that only U.S. vessels can travel between U.S. ports. Waiving it means opening up domestic shipping routes to foreign vessels. Here to break this down is the Hill's energy and environment reporter, Rachel Frazen. Hey, Rachel. So tell us what exactly the Jones Act does.
Hi. So the Jones Act is a 100-year-old law that basically requires shipping from between U.S. ports to be done by U.S. ships. So basically, it bars foreign ships from, shipping from the U.S. to the U.S.
What are we seeing with the price of gas right now, and how is that actually being impacted by the conflict in Iran?
Yeah, gasoline prices keep going up, up, up. I think they're about 92 cents up from where they were about a month ago before the conflict started. And that's because the conflict has effectively closed the Strait of Hormuz, which is a key oil shipping lane located near Iran. Now, Iran has threatened to attack vessels that go through that shipping lane. And so essentially, no oil can get through there. And that is really raising the prices of gasoline that folks are paying at the pump.
So what is the thinking here? How would the Jones Act help bring down not just the price of oil, but also natural gas, fertilizer, other commodities?
So if more ships can transport this oil, they don't have to be U.S. made. They don't have to, follow U.S. regulations. They can ship goods sometimes more cheaply. Now, that is expected to bring down gasoline prices a smidge on the East Coast, but I actually read a paper showing that it could bring up gas prices somewhat on the Gulf Coast.
Are there any drawbacks to suspending the Jones Act? I mean, how will that impact prices globally?
Globally, to be honest with you, I am not sure, but it could bring up prices for the Gulf Coast, as that paper mentioned. And then you're also getting pushback from the U.S. domestic shipping industry. If you're allowing more ships from foreign countries to do that shipping, that creates competition for domestic ships.
The Jones Act has faced a lot of criticism for making gas more expensive. Do you think this could pave the road for Congress to possibly re-examine the act?
It's a good question. It's something that, certainly could be re-examined, and it is something we may see. However, getting anything done in Congress requires bipartisan support, and getting anything done on a bipartisan basis these days can be very difficult.
All right, that's for sure. Rachel Frazen, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. So we'll see if President Trump can bring these gas prices down. We'll see. Either way, they're saying that President Trump's talking about waiving the Jones Act that'll allow foreign ships to use U.S. ports. This is... What did I write? Oh, they're doing all of this to help with gas prices, but they mentioned that this could create competition for domestic ships. which who knows how that's going to trickle downhill. Who knows? I don't know. I really thought that whole Iran deal would be over with by now. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. They keep saying that we've decimated pretty much everything they got. We took out their navy. They don't have rockets. They don't have leaders. They don't have shit. I'm surprised they got Wi-Fi over there. I don't know. So I don't know what we're waiting on. And so not a big fan of the gas prices, but at the same time, Subaru is such a piece of shit that I'm hardly driving, so it's not affecting me a whole lot. But either way, these prices need to come down. Next up, we got our midlife break, or funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Donnie, and it's titled, Just So You Know. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about them waiving the Jones Act. Here, Juicer 319 here, up 11 cents from yesterday. See, I wonder what it is here, because yesterday was a penny away from $4 hairs, so I wonder if it's above $4 right now. Zero, there's no need to raise our gas prices. We don't use their oil. They're gouging us. Yeah, that's what I think too. So next, is it Wednesday? Is it? I feel like it's Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. What's up, Minnesota? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, send Jeff a tarantula hawk. That'll solve the spider problems. It will. The thing is I don't have like bug problems. I'm super sensitive to everything. I'm so sensitive to shit that if I buy a shirt from Walmart and I put it on, I will get a fucking rash all over the place. I am super sensitive to shit. So I don't have bug problems, but every once in a, like, okay, let's put it like this. Out of the 10 years I've lived here, right? How many ever thousands of days that's been? I've only been bit 6 times. So that's not that bad. It's just it has something to do. Them fuckers are outside and they're coming inside, and I'm looking like a snack. And you know, it's just it's problematic. I taste good, and that's another thing is that bugs really like me. So like if I go to the woods, if I could be just doused in DEET, and I'll go to the woods and mosquitoes will just stick right to me, and they always bite me in the fucking face, but they'll just stick right to me because they land and then they immediately die, but they don't learn their lesson. So I'm just swarmed. I'm always walking with a cloud of mosquitoes around me. Bugs love me. I feel like a child on Epstein Island. These fucking bugs. Michigan Patriot gas $3.99 here today. Yeah, see, that's what it was here yesterday. It's not good. Electric Hammer, we have all the oil. I don't get it. I don't get it either. Ranch, thinking about buying a horse? What does that mean? Kevin, ticks, fleas, lice, things like that don't like me, only mosquitoes. Yeah, see, all bugs like me. It's annoying. Kicks, amuse us. Try and shoot webbing from your wrists. I don't think it's going to come from my wrists, Kicks. We'll see. When I get superpowers, I'll show you guys. And if it's graphic, you'll just have to get a membership for the website in order to see it. Minnesota, without legs, Jeff can stay 100% in the PC chair. Just spin me around in circles. I have Klaus Daniels do it. You don't need thumbs for that. Metal. What? Well, links don't work anywhere on Rumble, but I don't know what that is. The ZocDoc app? I've never heard of that. Stoner, voodoo dolls, somebody is putting that evil on you. I totally believe it. I totally believe it. Somebody made a voodoo doll and they're just flicking me right in the little nutsack, right in the coin purse. I'm tired of it. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Enter user, only 1% of oil we use goes through the strait. Yeah, see, this stuff isn't making sense. Our gas prices are up for no reason. Fresca being his ankles, that's why they're swelling, building up those web sacks. I don't know what it is. Making me sturdy when I shoot this web. That's what I told her. Remo, hire yourself out as a spider detector and get paid to get bit. I mean, I might as well. I think I'm building an immunity to it. Wrench, instead of having 3 legs, you might have 4 eventually. I don't know. I don't know if I need another one. The one I got already gets me in trouble. Patriot Dad, ticks and leeches absolutely freak me out. I can handle just about anything else. Yeah, I don't really like parasite animals either. Freaks me out too. Toilet care, the evil witch that thumbs down every show. Yeah, I don't know who it is that thumbs down my shit. I have an idea of who it is, and that's probably the person that made a voodoo doll of me. I'm not sure, but I need some good days to happen. They got to be on the way, right? Hair Juicer 319, where you are. It's up 11 cents from yesterday. 0379. How do you guys all got cheaper gas than me? I just don't understand that. Salty Ragu, I got a V8. People think I'm rich. Holy. Driving the V8. Crazy. It's crazy in this economy. J Spray, get a pet tarantula. What do you think Klaus is? He's just missing a few legs. Russell, you just have sweet blood. And that's what she said before she bit me. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. I'll check it in a second. Fresca Bean, put a leech on that thing. Probably better than a thumbtack. Okay, I disinfected the thumbtack, guys. It's stainless steel, right? The steel is stainless. So it's just trust the science. It'll be fine. Pager Dad, no, I don't have bed bugs. I don't have anything like that. Remo. I can't read that out loud, but that's funny. Eh? Glass 353 unleaded in Texas. Yeah. See, that's about what gas prices were before we hit Iran here in West Michigan. Smelly, there's no reason why gas should be high. We're number 1 producer in the world. Yeah. So they're going to have to start making sense of that. What's up, Low Ender? Happy freedom to you. Let me see what we got going on here. Thank you so much, Mana, for the $2 hairs over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Mana. Thank you so much for the support. Says, hi, buddy, Jeff Mack. Hi, Mana. Happy freedom to you, and thank you so much for the support. You guys are making my legs hurt. Right in the damn spider bite. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Renee? Happy freedom to you. Afro Man won his case. What was he going to court for? Tactical, someone is waving the Jones Act, but not sure who. They said that Trump had... How did they worded it weird. Not that it happened, but he like floated the idea or something like that. Steven, gas prices are up because it's affected China, especially since we just did that to the island and all the tariffs we have on China. It all goes together. How does us blowing up their fuel island in Iran and the strait being shut down and China having issues, how does that equal us having high gas though? Hair Juicer, Iowa allows a lot more ethanol than other states, brings the cost down. We make the corn and the alcohol. Oh, I see. Yeah, because our gas is getting too expensive here. Sedan, 372, South Paravan. Why can't I talk? It's the spider bites. 372, South Pennsylvania. Well, at least we're not over $4 hairs yet. I'm sure it is over in the left coast. Cali's gas is always expensive. Kevin, claim disability, then you can get a better place. No. I'm not claiming disability unless I'm actually disabled. More than I mentally already am. One day I'll make enough money to like live as an adult. You know, we'll see. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Let's get this pulled up. It's by Donnie. I can't remember what it is. Oh, I remember now. There we go. Now, like I said, this was provided by Donnie, and it's titled, Just So You Know.
This is what you could end up looking like if you eat some of the raw, frozen shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries.
Don't eat the shrimp. All right, getting back into the news here. Next up, we have some airports may close amid staffing woes. This is because the Democrats are holding the government hostage. They want to castrate ICE, and they're not willing to budge unless that happens. And so the shutdown is affecting TSA. Now these airports are struggling to stay open. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up. Airports closing because TSA isn't getting paid. They're not getting paid because the Democrats suck. It's a tough spot to be in. I still think everybody on Capitol Hill should be the first ones to lose out on pay when they decide to close the government. I mean, that only makes sense. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
New fallout from the partial government shutdown just as many are traveling for spring break. Airports are scrambling to address staffing shortages while travelers are left facing long delays. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
A new warning from the TSA. The partial government shutdown could soon force some small airports to close because of staffing shortages. More TSA officers being forced to work without pay are now calling out sick, including more than 30% in New Orleans, Atlanta, Houston, and New York. Some airports have been forced to close security checkpoints. Philadelphia's airport closing 2 more checkpoints today.
We're looking for bombs, guns, knives at the airport, making sure people are safe, and we shouldn't be stressed about how we're going to pay our bills.
It's been 31 days since we've received a full paycheck, and I would like to tell the American public that the call-offs that are occurring with TSA right now are not because we don't want to come to work because we're not getting paid. We're talking about parents who cannot afford childcare, and we're talking about officers who cannot put gas in their cars to make it to work.
It's all because of a standoff in Congress. Democrats are refusing to fund the Homeland Security Department until Republicans agree to changes in immigration enforcement. Democrats want to require immigration agents to get certain warrants before searches, and they want to ban agents from wearing masks to protect their identity. There has been movement in the negotiations. The Trump administration has now agreed to expand the use of body cameras, limit immigration enforcement in sensitive locations like schools and hospitals, and require agents who are not undercover to identify themselves. Democrats offer to fund the TSA and all agencies except for ICE and Border Patrol, but Republicans rejecting that idea. In addition to long lines at the airport, travelers have something else to worry about. Airfares are rising by up to 20% in the last week as the war in Iran drives up fuel prices. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
All right. Like I said, it seems like TSA's been hit harder than anybody else when it comes to the partial shutdown. They're saying that it's causing TSA shortages and some airports may have to close because of it. They also mentioned that some airports have closed security checkpoints, which I wonder what that means. Does it mean you're not screening people before they get on a plane? Is that what national security is? We only have it if we can afford it. Otherwise, your safety doesn't matter. Because I don't think anybody likes going through the TSA checkpoints. I don't know anybody who's a big fan of that. Maybe if you haven't had human contact in a while, you might enjoy some of that. But not me. I hate authority looking at me, trying to think bad things at me and shit. And I hate that. So, because we don't have enough money, you don't have to do that? You ain't got to take your shoes off anymore? You can bring your shampoo with you? Fuck them. Fuck them if that's the case, but either way, the Democrats, they need to get away from this government shutdown bullshit. They're all mad at ICE, and we don't even have stories about ICE anymore. They need to get over it. Either way, next up we got ICE says left-wing activists prevented fugitive arrests. This is about Tom Homan over here doing an interview, and it's been a while since we covered Tom Homan, so I figured why not. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about some airports maybe closing because TSA isn't getting paid. Zero just ordered shrimp dish for my husband from a favorite Chinese place. Now you're going to have to keep an eye on him. That's what Sam said. You got to keep an eye on him. Can't trust the shrimp. Here, juicer, sorry, no flying today. The ball fondler guys didn't show up. This shit is wild. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually the case, or they're saying like not as many security checkpoints are open. Like you still got to go through security, but now you got to stand in a bigger line because you don't have as many lines available to go through. I don't know if that's the case or not. Hold on a second. There we go. Always got to boost the volume so much because these videos are so damn quiet. Sedan, why didn't Schumer just propose to fund TSA without his pork BS? Nah. Scheming and scamming, because that's what they do on Capitol Hill. Butterfly, we're having chicken enchiladas for dinner with green salsa. That sounds fantastic. I don't know what I'm having for dinner yet. Trig Crazy. I don't know what you're talking about, Trig Crazy. You shouldn't be subscribed to anything that's called Jeff Mac Music. There's no subscriptions like that. So I'm not really sure. You can go to jeffmacmusic.com and the beats are over there. Fresca Bean, I don't know who he was, but he wore a suit covered with American flags, flag images, so it caught my eye. I think Edward just tagged me in a video with a guy wearing a suit like that. I think he just tagged me on X right before the live. Metal, don't eat the scrimps. No, don't do it. Kevin, I blame the Sasquatch. I mean, you got to. Under user, they say gas prices or gas is a global market. So what? We're like raising gas prices because other people have a hard time accessing it? I don't know. I don't understand how it all works. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom to you. Almost $6 here in California. It's not right. It's just un-American. Pager Dad. Oh, you're saying the bed bugs creep you out? Yeah, I feel that way too. I feel that way too. Fresca Bean. You're having spider steak because you gonna find a big alien one sending out her babies after you. Now I will burn this house down. We will all become homeless today. Fuck that. Nope, the spiders better not try me. Smelly. I would not be flying right now. No, I wouldn't be either. Nope. Road trips are a lot more fun anyways. We got planes that are, parts of them are falling out the sky and people losing their marbles. There was that one guy who got in trouble because he took mushrooms before trying to steal a plane or some shit. And now the people who work there aren't even working there because they're not getting paid enough. It's like going to a crack house and be like, any of you guys want to fly a plane today? Like, nah, nope. Road trips are way more fun than falling out of the sky. Cheeky Chops, Parasite Pimpin'. I hope not. Life is unreasonably hard for no reason. Just saying. Redundant on the reasoning here. Alright, hooligans, moving forward. Like I said, ICE says left-wing activists prevented fugitive arrests. There's Tom Homan talking about how bad lefties suck, how they like to defend pedophiles and rapists and murderers and stuff, because the lefties, they're into that. They're into that. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Here with us is Border Czar Tom Homan. Tom, your reaction to the anti-ICE idiots blocking that child rape suspect was wanted in Mexico for child rape from being arrested. As I mentioned in the angle, it took a month instead of just a few days to nab him.
Well, that's, I've been out against sanctuary cities over 10 years because we know they're releasing public safety threats back in the community. And these agitators are out there interfering with ICE operations. I can't tell you how many serious public safety threats and national security threats escaped because that heads up were there, whether the whistles or the screaming or, you and I talked about this about a year ago where AOC was saying, well, I want to educate my constituency about their constitutional rights. What she was actually doing is educating them how to evade arrest. Don't answer your door. You have the right to do this, right to do that. And Massachusetts, what we're talking about right now, about a year ago, I gave a speech at CPAC, and I was angry at the speech because just before I gave that speech, I read a list of the 10 worst criminals we took off the streets of Massachusetts. Eight of them raped children. So the agitators don't. If they understand it, then they're just idiots. But they need to understand 70% of everybody arrested a public safety threat or a criminal. That's who we're going to arrest. And Schumer out there saying that ICE is terrorizing communities. No, the people we're arresting are terrorizing communities, and that's why we're out there putting our lives on the line to arrest these people and take them off the street, make this country safer again.
Now, a new survey found there's a massive partisan chasm on the immigration issue. 78% of Republicans approve of President Trump's immigration policies. Only 11% of Democrats. That's a 67-point difference. Tom, why are Democrats really, really against border enforcement or deportation of any kind?
Because we're ruining their long-term plan. They have a long-term plan. Open the border up, bring over 10 million, probably close to 20 million illegal aliens into the country. And hoping during the next administration, the Democratic administration, all of a sudden we got amnesty. All of a sudden everybody gets amnesty. They think they're future Democratic voters. But remember, when Joe Biden opened the border up, he also overturned the Trump census rule. And that way illegal aliens, and millions of illegal aliens in sanctuary cities, they'll be counted in the census. What does that result in? More seats in the House for the Dems. They sold this country out for future political power. They saw future political benefit in doing this. And as we're removing record numbers of these people, they're mad. They're pissed off because we're ruining their long-term plans for power for decades to come. But we're going to keep arresting. President Trump promised a mass deportation. That's exactly what we're going to do. And I don't think we're going to lose the White House anytime soon, so we're going to keep doing it.
Do you think right now we are doing enough to arrest and prosecute those who are impeding ICE? Because they think they have the playbook down pat, Tom. They do what they did in Minnesota, and eventually ICE will pull back. They make a scene, and eventually the deportations will slow at least a little bit. To me, these people have to do real time or this is going to continue.
You're right. And no, we're not doing enough. There needs to be zero tolerance on anybody impeding a law enforcement officer. We need DOJ to really step up on this and focus on this, because we got to send a message. When they start seeing consequences, when they start going to prison for doing stuff like that, because not only are they putting the ICE officer's life in danger, they're putting the community in danger, because this child rapist that we couldn't arrest for a month later, how many little kids did he rape in that month that he was walking around? And the 8 sexual predators that talked about Massachusetts, how many little kids did they rape while we're out looking for them because the jail system wouldn't give them to us or honor our detainers? What happened in Minnesota, it can happen in New York, it can happen in Virginia. You don't honor the detainers because there's some state law saying you can't? Fine, we'll litigate that in court. But in the meantime, you can pick the phone up and let us know when that guy's walking out. You don't have to hold him a minute past you will normally hold him. Just give us a call before you release him. We'll be there. There's nothing illegal about that. There's no state law that makes that illegal. So your sanctuary laws set aside. You can make that phone call. There's nothing wrong or illegal against any sanctuary policy for doing that. If you're really a sheriff, if you're really chief of police and law enforcement officer, do the right thing. At least give us prior notice before you release them.
All right, Tom, as always, great to see you, my friend.
Be sure to like and
All right. Weird, I'm hearing people knocking in the hallway. It's not normal. You can't get in the building unless somebody buzzes you in. You don't ever hear people knocking on the doors. Somebody had to let you in. I'm very curious on what's happening. Either way, I will check in a second. First, let me see. Next up, we got 13 million doll hairs, a Medicaid scam exposed, and family fraud ring. And I think when they get out, they're going to be millionaires still. And so, I don't know. I don't know. It might be the way. That's fuck. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good, but damn, I want to be a millionaire too. Anyways, they're saying in this video, talking about lefties helping illegals evade arrest. They also talk about Dems using illegals for votes as a long game, saying that they expect Dems to try and give illegals amnesty, and their kids being born are considered Americans, like the anchor baby situation. They also talk about the law needs to crack down on protesters impeding ICE as ICE is pursuing illegals. I spelled that wrong, but that's okay. Either way, they need to actually enforce a law that we already have, or continue to watch lefties interfere until they, get shot, which happens sometimes, and then people get all mad about it. So, we don't need that. Anyways, $13 million hairs of Medicaid fraud coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about these lefties helping animals evade ICE. Guess I'm offer a reward for the sheriff that makes a call. You talking about local law enforcement interacting with ICE? They should be required by law to do it, because otherwise, I don't understand how it's not like aiding and abetting an illegal. Because if you have an illegal, you know somebody doesn't have legal status, and you don't call authority on them, then you are considered helping them. But if they get arrested and the illegal's being detained in a jail or something like that, I don't understand how law enforcement is not required to communicate with federal law enforcement to say, hey, we have an illegal here. You guys need to come pick them up. If they don't do it, I don't understand how that's not against the law. It's fine for them to aid and abet illegals, but if you do it, you're going to prison. That shit doesn't make any sense. And then we covered a story where I think it's 2 officers. They were suspended because they did contact ICE. They came across illegals, and I can't remember something happened, and so they contacted ICE to come pick up the illegals. The police department found out and suspended the 2 officers because they said it was against policy. I think it might have been New York that did it. It's like, it should be illegal. It should be illegal. If you don't call ICE and tell them to come pick these illegals up, then you should be facing consequences, because we would be. We would be facing consequences, so I just don't get it. Wrench the American taxpayer, pimp is the government. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Guess for what is that? 2K? For 2K, I will not call ICE on an illegal. It must be cash. No. I need at least 10. I need at least 10K. And I'm still calling, but I'll give you 10 minutes. I'll give you a 10-minute run. I need 10K. Zero, yeah, cleanse it with fire. That's how we're going to fix the spider problem. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for the $5 over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. It says, Jeff's Hooker Hickey Fund. Get well, brother. Thank you, Patriot Dad. I appreciate you. You're a badass. Got bit by a hooker. It happens. Reading through here. Nah, true crazy. I hate social media. Getting locked out of that stuff is such a pain in the ass to get back into it. Hopefully you can get it all worked out. Stoner, I'm pretty sure we have hooligans who fall out of the sky for fun. We do. We have hooligans that fly and all kinds of stuff. The spiders better watch out. Stoner. I'll turn into illegals for free, but getting the wiener touched would be nice. I'm saying, Stoner, we're putting that on a t-shirt. Fuck. What's up, Rad? Happy freedom to you. Rad, how long have you had your ears pierced? 25 years, I think. I've had my ears pierced, my lip pierced, my nose pierced, my septum pierced, my eyebrow pierced. This ear is actually pierced 3 times. This one's pierced twice. I've had my tongue pierced twice. I think that's it. I think that's about it. But all piercings are so fucking inconvenient. They just get hung up on everything and they hurt your teeth. And it's just... having my ears pierced is the only thing that's lasted. Everything else has got rid of it. Motorsport, now they work for ICE. What are you talking about? These officers? ICE has been recruiting police. They keep putting out advertisements saying, like, if you're in a sanctuary city and stuff and you're not allowed to be a cop, but you are a cop, well, you can come join ICE and then you'll actually be able to be in, enforce the law like you should. What's up, Parabellum? Happy freedom to you. Tactical, yeah. The problem is that people don't get along. People can't get along for longer than 10 minutes, so it's hard to have unity to that level, that kind of dedication. Zero. Yeah, I forgot that it is growing back. I don't know if there's going to be an update or not. We'll see. Snooks, is your hot dog pierced? No, No, but all my friends got pierced wieners. Just not me. Somebody said that they're the vegans of piercings because they got to walk around and tell everybody about it. I don't know. Wrench, I already got my master's in Bayesian. Me too, Wrench. Look at us out here becoming somebody. Guess you're cracking me up. After I got my Jeep, I had my hoo-ha pierced. Good job, got some. Very nice. Dropping pictures in the chat and whatnot. Hair juicer. Full evaluation alarm at work. Well, hopefully you didn't do it. Hopefully you didn't cause the meeting. Guess knows details about friends' wieners. That's what I'm saying. They're the vegans of piercings. They walk around and tell everybody about it. I literally know like 3 or 4 people that are like that, and I'm like, buddy, I don't know you that well. I do now, I suppose. Spilling the beans. Rad, never noticed them before. Last winter, I was in my car. I was in the middle of being pissed off about something or other, because that happens. And I grabbed my hat, and when I took it off, I ripped my earring out. And these earrings are real diamonds. They're the only diamonds I've owned. I always bought girls' diamond earrings. I've never been able to afford diamonds for myself. And the Canadian girl I was telling you about, she bought me these earrings before we had broke up. And they're the only diamonds I got. And I ripped them out of my ear. And I found the earring, but I'd lost the back. So I had them in a pack. And a couple months ago, I think, it probably wasn't even that long ago. Yeah, a couple months ago, I found the back of the earring in my car. And so then I was put them back in. Yup. Pure blood, that's a little rough. I don't think I can read that out loud. That's hardcore. Patriot ass smoking a square. Yeah, it's been a while. Recently watched an old rap video of yours. You look young, pre-dreads. Oh yeah, I was in high school. Here I Am, the Here I Am video. Yeah, I was smoking a cigarette. That's one of the things I like the most about that music video, is that I can watch myself smoke a cigarette, because I haven't smoked a cigarette in 18 years or something like that. Yup, I was just a young lad. I was in high school back then. You can't even drive on that road anymore. They walled it all off. It's a piece of history and people just don't realize it. Anyways, moving forward, like I said, $13 million here's a Medicaid scam exposed in this family fraud ring. But before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, really quick, that you should go join jeffmaclive.com. Go set up your profile, post in Hooligans Alley, participate in the forums and the group chats. Plus, watching the live is way more fun with memes and GIFs in the chat. There's tons of stuff to do and new things happening every day. You can start by getting a free membership level, and I'll drop the link in the chat that will take you to all the membership. Oh, I don't need to drop it there. You guys are already here. Look at me doing things and stuff. Anyways, those take you to the membership level page. And like I said, we got a free level. It's limited, but it gets you started. So definitely go do the thing. Alright, hooligans, getting this pulled up. These fraudsters here. Come on. Alright, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Trump has tapped the vice president to lead a new task force to combat fraud.
And while the massive fraud uncovered in Minnesota has helped to spark this crackdown, it's not just a Minnesota problem. Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Matera has the story of a scheme in North Carolina that siphoned off millions of dollars in Medicaid funds. Jason.
They stole outright about $13 million that they should not have gotten otherwise.
Federal prosecutors say this wasn't some sloppy bookkeeping mistake. They say it was a scheme built around a North Carolina drug treatment center. And it was a family affair. Authorities say Brandon Sims owned Life Touch LLC while his mother and sister helped run the operation. According to court records from 2018 through 2023, Medicaid-eligible patients were lured into the clinic using kickbacks.
They would get say a $50 gift card, give it to a patient at the end of the week. If the patient came to several sessions that week, how often the patient came, that would determine how much they were given in gift cards.
Investigators say the defendants even tried to make those payments look legitimate by routing the gift cards through yet another family connection.
They used the grandmother's church to purchase the gift cards and give gift cards through that to, make it seem like, hey, we're just doing some type of charity.
They weren't. In fact, some of the very patients enrolled in the program were allegedly using those gift cards in ways that only deepened their addiction.
We had evidence that they would go and buy drugs with it.
The fraud machine had another moving part, billing Medicaid for drug tests where results didn't matter.
They would do the drug screens on many of these folks. The drug screen would come back positive, showing that the patient was still abusing drugs. And they would just ignore it and sweep it under the rugs and continue to give them kickbacks.
Altogether, prosecutors say the family fraud ring drained Medicaid of $12.7 million. And that money didn't go toward treatment.
There's property after property after property. There's a 2021 Rolls-Royce Corvette. And when we executed a search warrant at his house in Houston, we found $1.3 million in cash. This wasn't like, oops, I accidentally stole $1.3 million in cash. This was a systematic plan that they created.
To this Medicaid scam have pleaded guilty, including Brandon Sims, who appeared to fancy himself as an influencer. Now comes the punishment. They've recently been sentenced to federal prison with terms ranging from 30 months to 6 years. And another important detail we learned, the government expects to recover about $8 million through asset forfeiture. That's still well short of the total stolen. But the U.S. attorney for the district told us that getting back more than half is considered a win, as sad as that may sound. Mark, Christina?
Wow, that is sad. It's tough to see that happen, especially when there's so many people out there that genuinely need services like this.
Every dollar you get back is important. You want them all,
Right.
but every one you get back is important.
Yeah.
So, all right, thanks, Jason.
Jason, thanks for bringing us that story.
Information. Okay. I don't know. The story is kind of funny because they're saying that this family of fraudsters were scamming Medicaid for $12.7 million. They were giving gift cards to people for coming and enrolling in programs like treatment programs. Then the people would use these gift cards to buy drugs and continue whatever their addiction was, and keeping the treatment rolling, basically a perpetual treatment going on. All four people pled guilty is what the guy said. They muted his voice, but I sat there and watched it over and over again. That's what they were saying. All four that were accused did plead guilty. And the only time you see people plead guilty is if they got a deal. And so they didn't say that in the story, but that's what it is. Nobody just voluntarily pleads guilty. Look at the Charlie Kirk shooter. Look at any of these people that we cover. They're on camera doing this shit, and they go to court and they're just not guilty because they want to fight it. Got to make them prove that they're guilty. And so anyways, they're saying all four people pled guilty, insinuating or implying that they probably made a deal. Now they're getting anywhere from 2 years in prison to 6 years in prison. That sucks, but that's not a long time as far as prison goes. When you're doing this, right? $13 million, 6 years in prison, you'd be out. They say the governor is expected to recover, or the government is expected to recover $8 million by seizing selling their seized assets. Now, what I wonder is what happened to the other $4.5 million. Is that shit hidden somewhere? Is it in a bank box? Is it in the form of jewelry or precious metals? So when these guys get out in somewhere between 2 to 6 years, there's a good chance they're still going to be millionaires because of the fraud. So I don't know. That's great. They caught them and they're going to prison, and that's fine. That's how it's supposed to go. But there's a good chance they're going to be millionaires when they get out. And getting 2 to 6 years, like I said, that sucks. But they're not even going to do the full 2 to 6 years because they're going to get parole. There's a chance they can get parole. And we've covered a lot of stories where people were sentenced to 10 years, 20 years, and did 3 years and got out for whatever reason. So these people could, potentially get out in a year and then be millionaires and just be completely off the hook. Like, I don't know. It's not the best way to become a millionaire, but they might actually be millionaires by the end of this. Anyways, next up, we had the last little bit of the news. It is Lefties Losing It. Today it's titled, Is TDS Causing Cognitive Decline? And it is Rita today. She's back, I guess. She's going to stay with us for a while. So Let's go ahead and read through the chat. And like I said, Lefties losing it coming up next. Zero consume, can't get it back. Well, they can't get it back if they consumed it in certain ways, right? Like if they got Botox or they bought food with it or alcohol or something like that, then yeah, they can't. But if they bought gold or silver or jewelry, or like I said, if they got lock boxes with cash in it that are at the bank or maybe at a family member's house, then they absolutely could get that back. The government seized $8 million worth of stuff, and they'll have to sell it off in order to get that money back. But that was all they seized. So that means they just don't know where the rest of it is. So if it is obtainable, those people will be millionaires when they get out. And you can't try them again. It'd be double jeopardy. And so they, as far as I can tell, they'd be able to spend that money and nobody's really going to say anything about it. Hair juicer 2 years for $13 million. Hook a homie up. That's what I was thinking when I put the story down. I was like, wait a minute. If you could get like 4 million doll hairs and you had to sit 2 years for it, that's not. I mean, it's not great, but man. Zero treason. It should be. They're stealing from everybody. Stealing from the country. Guess the other 4 million was cocaine. It could have been. Could have been. French. That is interesting. Jay Spray at a Michigan gas station right now. Gas is $3.69. Well, at least it's coming down a little bit, but man, that still sucks. Pure Blood, 4 million on hookers and blow. Definitely could have been. Could have been. Yeah, hookers pulling up and brand new Corvettes and shit. Tony Rez, they put that money in Pokemon cards. They're investing. That's right. Happy freedom to you, Tony Rez. That's what I'd do, you know. If I had $4 million, I'd be buying me some Pokemon cards. Kicks. Well, that's true too. Yeah. Well, that's the downside of prison. It's that side. I think if you fuck them first, you're in the clear. Not sure. All right, we only get one. It's not Saturday. Pure Blood, 6 years, 1 million a year. It's pretty good, I'm saying. What a deal. Stoner. I remember my friend, he turned 18 and he wanted to get his wiener pierced because he had a thing for the 20-year-old or the 20-something-year-old girl at Claire's at the mall. He wanted her to touch his thing, but then he found out that they don't do that at the mall. Stoner, that's so crazy. I got my ears pierced at Claire's. My first set of piercings in my ears were done at Claire's. I never thought about getting the wiener tuned up, though. I don't know. It doesn't need jewelry. It's fine the way it is. Goodness. You guys are cracking me up. If women get their hoo-ha pierced, is it considered a lip piercing? Just curious. Just curious. Does it taste like keys? Okay. We gotta cut it out. It's not Saturday. Somebody's gonna get mad. Zero, you got your ears pierced at Claire's? It's a ritual. No, I shouldn't call it that, but yeah. Yup, at Claire's. Toilet care, old school. Did my piercings at home? Yes. I pierced my lip. Sitting at the house, wanted it, got it. Magic Moon lip for sure. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Kevin, that's fine. Loender, you're jumping ahead here. Right, my money's in an overseas bank account in someone else's name. I mean, it could be. I wonder how those people got busted. Did they even say how they got busted? Snooks, it can be. I've got the internet. I've seen people pierce all kinds of stuff. What's up, Hat the Cat? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans. Let's get into Lefties losing it. Before we get started, what color do you think Rita is wearing today? Zero saying green. Wrench is saying pink. Here's you got my hand pierced at the range. What a patriot. Guess I'm doo-doo brown. Very specific. Hair Jesus saying green. Told Kara saying old yeller. Kick saying all white. Hat the Cat saying red. Magic Moon saying orange. Let me see. Elder Zoomer saying blue. Kick saying white. Watchman saying red. Tony Rez saying purple. Metal saying black leather, head to toe. You might be onto something. Cass saying red. Lowender saying pink. Sandra's Library saying white. Right Mind saying gray. Tactical 50 Shades of Piercings. Yeah, scary stuff. Some of it's scary out there. Sam saying magenta. Rappy saying blue. Everybody placed their bets. Parabellum saying salmon. Snook saying nudity. She's wearing nudity. Free the nips. All right, I think that's it. Last moments here. All right. Today, Rita's wearing white, and she's only wearing white. She's not wearing white with some plaid pattern underneath or whatever. A lot of times she's doing two colors that don't actually go together. Today it's all white. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It, and it's been too long since we checked in on former MSNBC host Joy Reid, a thoroughly awful media personality with the sort of opinions that are so crazy that you wonder whether she's serious about them. Here she compares the brutal, backward Islamist regime in Iran to the US. Apparently, women in both countries have it bad.
Now, I'm not saying that that regime is not bad, but by the way, our regime is not good. Our regime has secret police. They have secret police. Our regime is oppressing women, taking away abortion rights, taking away women's rights in 26 states.
You know, sometimes comments are so profoundly stupid that they really do not deserve a response, and that's an example. What a hideous thing to say. But Joy wasn't done minimising the plight of genuinely oppressed women living under Islamist rule. She's now going to praise Iran.
They have the highest rate of women who are in STEM careers. We're kicking women out of the military, out of university. We're saying that DEI means women can't be hired for high positions in the sciences. We're marginally better, and we're doing it for Christianity. They're doing it for Islam, right?
You know, it should be illegal to be that stupid. Now to a special message from a trans activist who seems rather agitated.
I promised that I wouldn't do any more call-out posts, but I need to do this, okay? Hey, transphobe, I'm calling you out. You ready for this, transphobe? Okay, deal with this. What you're doing is wrong, and we're going to find you, okay? We're going to find you. So this is a call-out post to Linear Time. Linear Time, stop being so transphobic. Give trans girls the ability to go back in time and make up for pretending to be a boy for too long, okay? Linear Time.
Okay, I have to include a little local content in tonight's edition. Here is the mad rantings of a Greens MP, so you know it's going to be good. Here is Senator Nick McKim emoting wildly about Australia's support of the US and its campaign against the Iranian regime.
I mean, aren't you embarrassed? This is the guy you've hitched us to at the hip. I mean, he is a fascist, war criminal, fantasist. And you have hitched our country at the hip to him through AUKUS, through your obsequious toadying of the war criminals Trump and Netanyahu and their illegal war. It is humiliating, it's embarrassing, and it's degrading for our country.
Humiliating, embarrassing and degrading would be a grown man having a tantrum in the Australian Senate using the sort of language you'd expect from a not particularly bright first-year art student. Okay, to CNN now, where anchor Abby Phillip made this incredible claim about an Islamist terror attack in New York City.
Two Republicans say Muslims don't belong here after an attempted terror attack against New York's Mayor Zoran Mamdani, and the House Speaker Mike Johnson says nothing really to condemn those comments.
Say what now? The Islamists were targeting the Muslim mayor, really? And she somehow found a way to make the whole thing about slamming Republicans. But even by CNN's low standards, that lie was too much, and Abby was forced to issue this apology.
This morning, I issued a correction first thing in the morning on X for a mistake that I made in last night's show, but I also wanted to do so on air as well. I incorrectly said that the bombs that were thrown by ISIS-inspired suspects in New York over the weekend were directed at Mayor Mamdani. They were not.
Now, I keep telling you that TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, is real. It's a real sickness that impacts cognitive function. How else do you explain this?
Who do you have more in common with, a Trump supporter or a radical Islamist?
Radical Islamist.
You saw someone wearing one of those red hats chanting "Make America Great Again," or you saw someone shouting "Allahu Akbar" running down the breezeway here. Who would you feel more safe with?
The one shouting Allahu Akbar. Yeah.
You would support the radical Islamists.
Yeah.
What is it about Trump supporters that you don't think you'd get along with them so well?
I'm gay.
But you would get along with a radical Islamist?
Yes.
And you're gay?
Yes.
These people are real and they vote. Their vote counts as much as yours. A gay woman who identifies more with Islamists than MAGA. Now, to be clear for any simpletons watching, radical Islam has zero tolerance for homosexuality. In fact, homosexuality is considered a crime and one punishable by death in a number of Islamist countries under Sharia law. But let's hear more craziness from the modern left who fear people who want to make America great again more than those who want to literally kill them.
What is a bigger threat to America today, radical Islam or Trump supporters?
Trump supporters. I'll say Trump.
Trump supporters and MAGA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Trump supporters and MAGA. I would have to go with the Trump supporters.
Trump supporters and MAGA.
Trump supporters and MAGA.
I'd say MAGA. But we should be able to allow people to be who they are.
Yeah. Even if they're a radical Islamist.
Yes. Yeah. There's no right to judge them.
And they say MAGA is a cult. Joining me now is one of the...
What a bunch of lunatics. They would rather hang out with terrorists than hang out with people wearing MAGA hats. Fucking stupid. That's so fucking stupid. Well, that's all right. That's how blue leaders take advantage of these people. They're stupid. So, it's unfortunate. Either way, that is all the news I had for you hooligans today. We are going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening a brand new deal. It's not an advent calendar. It is Fortunes Against Humanity. It's like misfortune cookies, which is fun stuff. What's up, Klaus Daniels? Just in time for the good stuff. Give you the booty mackins. Yes, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Anyways, like I said, we're going to be opening that up. Fortunes Against Humanity was provided by Bree. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled, He's Deaf, but He's a Good Boy. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Ghostly, and that one's titled, Gotcha. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about lefties losing their marbles. J Spray, yeah, exactly. Ranch, deport them all. Yeah. People hate America. Saying prostitute. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. Cry harder, libs. Yeah, exactly. They're so brainwashed. So brainwashed. They think that America's racist and doesn't like black people because of the way they look. But then they hate Trump supporters, and they can tell that by the way they look. If you look like a Trump supporter, you catch hate. Imagine that coming from the Democrats. Imagine that. Paid your dad. Oh, I'm breaking my Trump flag back out. Fuck you, commies. Yeah, exactly. I'm about to put that Trump 2024 sign back out. Let them know. Magic Moon. What Kool-Aid have they been drinking? Yeah, all that blue stuff. Sedan, because both are fighting against America, so they team up. Commies being commies. Patriot Dad, Rita's busy cooking dinner right now. Leave her alone. That's right, Patriot Dad. Sticking up for your girl. Elder Zoomer, what the hell is that? It's a sad little man. Dressed up as a girl. Metal, yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention. Smelly Cope harder, you Democrat terrorists. Yeah, absolutely. Pure blood, people would embrace those who would kill them. Only those that are soft and stupid. Either way, let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we are going to be starting Fortunes Against Humanity. It was provided by Bree, and we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals. Buy me a coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. So let's see what we pull today. It's an unfortunate cookie, and it's pink. I like that. What do you think, Klaus Daniels? When I get regular fortune cookies, I get terrible fortunes. I'll crack a fortune cookie. I can't afford it anymore because it's like $25 a person to go to Asian buffet. But when I am able to get Chinese food, I crack that fortune cookie, and it's like, try harder and maybe you'll get somewhere. And I'm like, well, fuck. Everybody else is like, something great's around the corner. Not me. It's always like, do better, try harder. I'm like, I can't. Have you seen my spider bites? Come on, man. So let's see what we get today. Now, I don't know if I can actually eat these cookies or not. Why is it holding on to my fortune? I thought they were going to be stale. They're actually really good. I like this advent calendar. So what we got? Your tender side shines with a blind date when you agree to read her the menu. What the shit? My tender side. I'm having a blind date? And it says her. Good. Good. This wasn't made by liberals. That's what I like. Your tender side shines with a blind date when you agree to read her the menu. That doesn't even sound that bad. Not bad. Thank you, Bree. Let's get into some funny videos. I'm going to eat the rest of this cookie because it's good stuff. Let me get this pulled up. You guys watching me eat a pink cookie on the live? You ain't even got to pay extra for that. Now they know I'm an eater. Anyways, getting into our first funny video of the day, and it's kind of a feel-good video. It's provided by Stoner, and it's titled, He's Deaf, but He's a Good Boy. He's deaf, so he likes the fireworks. He'd have a blast over in Iraq or in Iran. Either or. Anyways, getting into our official funny video of the day. This one's provided by Ghostly.
Babe, here.
And this one's titled, Gotcha.
Babe, here. Try. Oh my God! That was easy. How do you do it? You guys both Ready?
He threw an egg.
Oh my God.
Why would you do that?
That is sick. I told him not
She'd be all right. Well, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab this linkless link really quick. I'm going to drop in all the chats. We're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. It sounded like they were drinking before they decided to do that. She's not drunk anymore. Either way, here's the linkless link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because you got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. And like I said, we're going to read through. We got the pledge coming up. And then we're right now over on Rumble. Snugs, I'd be kicking his ass. She was roughed up. It wasn't even that bad. When people are working out, they eat raw eggs all the time. She acts like she's never had that consistency in her mouth before. She'd be all right. Oh, I appreciate you being with us, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Guess I'm cross foreplay off the list with her. She's a little sensitive gag reflex. Zero, it's an egg. It won't hurt you. I know. She's like salmonella. Like, nah, you weren't throwing up because of salmonella. Sam, I wish I could read that out loud. Do I know why? As far as I know, they don't. I mean, they do, but I don't know how to explain it. I be making them rain, so you can't be faking that. Ah, Sam, that's so funny. That's a good one, Sam. That's a really good one. So, Glamour, happy freedom to you. Told her she was definitely a spitter. She was a puker. I don't know about that. You know, that's not that fun. Glass, take care of those spider bites. I will. I'll get them fixed up. Ghostly, we say some wild shit over there? Yes. I like it that way. Yeah, the website's not for those with soft skin. Cash, she's totally sober now. Yeah, puking her guts out over an egg. Patriot Dad, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find the horse paste. Gotta do something. Popping holes and dumping peroxide on it. I don't think that's the whole song and dance. Need to add a couple more steps. Happy freedom to you, Low Ender. I appreciate you being with us today. Right mind, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to see you in a little bit. What's up, Sassy Patriot? Happy freedom to you. Steven, so your Tinder date? Oh, no, I can't afford Tinder. Tinder is more expensive than prostitutes. What's up, Canna? Happy freedom. If you got to read the menu to her, she really is blind or illiterate. I guess. I suppose. And then my ass can't hardly read, and I'm dyslexic. President Trump was talking shit about my kind the other day, saying if you're dyslexic, you're not qualified to be president. Fuck. I didn't know. They told me I could be anything I want to be if I try hard enough my whole life. They never told me because I'm dyslexic and I have learning disabilities that I can't be president. I had high hopes. I figured it was, any time now I'd be president. Guess not. Ghostly, yeah, is a good one. Fresca Bean, I might throw up though from the consistency and not liking raw eggs and not expecting it. Sometimes things just make you want to puke suddenly. Yeah, I was experiencing that with hot sauce last weekend. Oh, Cass, I do. I clean everything off a lot. I'm very weird about that stuff. That's why the spiders bite me while I'm sleeping, because they know I'm defenseless. Alright, we got a bot over on Kick. It's been a while. Sandra's Library, that's because of Gavin Newsom's stupid statements. Yeah, I know. I just like giving President Trump shit about it. Alright, hooligans. It's that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. Let's figure out who we're raiding over on Rumble. But before we get to it, we got to cut off Twitch because the raid is against community guidelines over there for whatever reason. So if you are watching on Twitch and you want to participate in the raid, you're welcome to join us over on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, or X, because we got to cut off Twitch. So if you're not joining us in the raid, I will see you Twitch Hooligans tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Everybody else, just sit tight. We got this raid coming up. Okay, let's see. Bam. I think we're good. Blammo. Who did we raid yesterday? What day is it? Wednesday. We raided Rotella day before yesterday. We raided Frag yesterday. That's what it was. Glamour's not live because she's in the chat. Misfit's live. Nelly's live. Salty Grover's live. Handy's live. Well, let me see. We could raid Handy News. Who did we do yesterday? Frag. Let me see.
Everybody's got a prize.
24 minutes. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to raid Handy News. That's what we're going to do. All right, Hooligans. Hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get raiding.
9 registered hospices in one Van Nuys office building there. 40 of them billed $38 million in a single year with 0 patients that they could find. They have patients that they're billing for. It's not a facility. It's a little office. There's nobody coming and going and doing home health care anywhere, which would be, they'd probably be way happier if they were being raided by the Jeff Mack stream like we just got raided. Hello, Jeff Mack. Welcome, Raiders. Happy Freedom, Hooligans. Welcome in. That didn't work right. Hold on. Happy Freedom, Hooligans. There it goes. There we go. Do it live. Right, Duh?
That's right.
Thank you for the raid.
Don't do that, Rip.
And welcome in, Jeff Mack, Elder Zoomer, pure blood-based berserker. Eric D. Reed, I see you there and there too. I know they've been in for a minute. Zero, good evening. Who else did we get told? Too old to care. Good evening. Got a whole bunch of people coming in. Welcome in. Happy Freedom, y'all. Holy crap.
Holy shit, talkie. Viva Frey raid.
We just got raided by Viva Frey, ladies and gentlemen.
Fantastic raid, you Hooligans. Good stuff. And then they just got hit by Viva Frey as well. Very cool. They've raided us too. We covered them during the Canadian convoy quite a bit. Either way, we're going to read through, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Zero, you just got another raid too? Yeah, you got double raided. Doubly raid. What's wrong with my chat over here? Oh, I appreciate you, Rappy. Thank you for being with us today. Picture Dad, oh, I will. I'll sweep the whole house. Can't afford any more spider bites. Cass, we only need 2 more likes to 50. Come on, Hooligans. We could totally do that. Oh, I appreciate you, Tony Rez. Enjoy the rest of your night. Much love to you, Cass. Appreciate you, Parabellum. Thank you for hanging out today. What's up, Canna? Happy Freedom. Appreciate you, Sam. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Zero. Much love to you. All right, Hooligans. I think we are good to go. Yes, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you guys for helping me cover the news. And thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Go find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe. And I'm definitely going to try and do the same. I'm starving. But make your way back to us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.